Students, this video, which will be the last one, basically going to be talking about the free market system, as I talked a little bit about in the previous video, and versus socialism and communism. Now, I know it's similar in Czech as it is in America right now, with the youth having these feelings of grandeur about socialism slash communism, thinking it's like the utopia, the thing to shoot for, and whatever. But I can tell you that it is not what the youth think socialism is all about. It's based on collectivism, which is everybody working together towards one similar thing, but that's not really how it ends up, as it is a creed of greed and envy. Socialism and the justification for it is it destroys human rights and private property. It eventually curtails the free exchange of ideas, because it does not allow you to have freedom of thought. You do not have freedom, basically, to do what you want to do, or to even have the freedom to take risks, as is available currently in the free market system, such as in America, because the state gives you these boundaries on what you can do and cannot do. So the free market system works the best, and it has been tried over and over 100 times over the last 100 years, socialism, and each time out of the 100 times it's tried, it's failed 100%. Not only that, but ultimately, start out with socialism thinking it's like I mentioned, a utopian direction and a way to live, but eventually, because of man's innate nature, it leads to communism, which leads to death. Over the last 100 years, there's been 100 million people that have died from socialistic policies around the world. And with our current typical governments, even today, I'm sure some of you are up on the news there and check on what's going on in America. We're having some issues right now with our government, but even with an honoring government like America has, it is still susceptible to waste, fraud, abuse, misallocation of tax dollars. It basically is subjected to man's greed and selfishness and what he wants for his own life. A man in your history that I have come to admire a great deal, and did not unfortunately get to know him or even meet him, but he had a history that gave him the opportunity to do what he ended up doing, and of course that's your first president, Václav Havel. And he wrote a book. It's called Stories in Totalitarianism in 1987. And one of the quotes in his book, he says, "When a person can no longer participate with relative economy and economic life, this person loses some of his social and human individuality and part of his hope of creating his own human story." He quoted that from his experience of living up to that point in communism. So your past president, Václav Havel, if none of you have read that book yet, Stories in Totalitarianism, I would encourage you to read it, because I am pretty sure it's going to open up many of your eyes to the truth. But he knew what he was talking about, Mr. Havel, and he put his life on the line. Even though the Velvet Revolution was a very peaceful revolution, but he knew the risks of what he was going into, and he felt it was worth it. So, given the difference between the free market system and socialism / communism, I always choose for the free market system. I hope this time has been encouraging and insightful for your students. Once again, I thank Thomas for the opportunity to do this. Now have an opportunity to speak to you, and I wish you all good luck in your class here. Once again, thanks for your time, and have a good day.